Yeah. I don't give a f.
Well, you then, bitch. I'm gonna mute that.
You can hang that up.
It's all good.
Probably not.
Hey, delete that part. Delete that part.
What are you even talking about?
That's a different conversation.
They get your stupid ugly ass out here.
You are now tuned into The Twist on You Film Me TV. This is not your grandmother's cup of tea.
Welcome to another episode of The Twist.
On You Feel Me TV.
Not your ordinary podcast.
It's a squadcast.
And if you're holy,
It's a godcast.
you almost forgot your line.
I almost forgot it.
I was gonna say it's a mobcast.
And if you're gang,
It's a mobcast.
it is me, Rell Beatz, a.k.a. Relly Baba. Switched it up because I got the hair thing.
Okay, I get it. I get it. Yep.
A.k.a. Chef Boyardee.
Slightly racist, but I get it.
I'm appreciating my brother.
Okay.
Oh, what is that? Nah.
Got my boy Pete.
Double cupped up per usual. Yankee fitted on because it's part of the uniform, and big simping while my girl cheats.
You nervous?
No.
You keep shaking your leg.
I don't know.
Calm down.
Probably because I don't have no gum in my mouth or I'm not chewing on anything.
Okay.
So I got to figure out something to do. Because usually I'm chewing
Pop your
gum.
knuckles or something.
I can't.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can stand up if
Got
you want
my girl Jay.
All right. Got my girl Jay.
AKA in the golden hour, and my legs are hurting very badly.
Okay. Working out.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, shout out to Leg Day.
Not shout out to Leg Day. Joining us in the conversation, we have a very special guest. I'm sorry.
All type of fumbles.
Yeah, it is. Joining us in the conversation today, we have a very special guest, multi-millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire.
That's right.
That's right. Speaking to an existence. This man needs no introduction. He needs an introduction, but he needs no introduction. The man, the myth, the legend. Give it up for Mr. Seye Vandi.
Woo!
What up? What up?
It's been a while. How you been?
Hey, pretty good. It's
You
been a
don't
minute.
mind just letting your mic. I don't want to poke you in the eye, man.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right. So how you been?
I mean, I've been great, bro. Been putting in all this work behind the scenes.
It's
Now
been
it's
about
time
it's been about a year since we seen you.
Yeah, I think it's about a year.
A lot of changes.
A lot.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into
A whole
that.
lot of changes.
So besides what we're gonna get into in a second, how's everything else?
I mean, everything been great. Since the last time I've been here, I've did a few events. We've sold out of the bag, the Pixar bag that y'all had seen that last time.
Okay.
And we've just been putting in the work, The people like what we have, so just gonna cook it up some more.
All right. So if y'all seen the last episode he was on, he came with a product called the Pixar Bag.
Right.
Since you came on the podcast, I saw so many, not saying that you're the first person to do it, but I've seen so many other advertisement with people with stuff like this, whether it was hats, all type of stuff like people been trying to do. But this is the first person I seen do it, so this is who the credit go to.
Right, and that's natural, because once you start something good, you're going to always have copycats,
Right.
So shout out to them because they keep the crowd going.
Okay. So if you don't mind telling us, what product do you have here today?
So with us today, we have the amazing, the one of a kind. This is the only place, and the only one you'll see with this. This is the new LimeLite X1. It is the third generation of our advertising backpacks, and it is here to stay.
Okay. So quick question. So did you go through a name change?
Yes.
Okay,
So-
explain that.
So last year, we were under the Pixar bag, and I've always wanted to pretty much, bring in more products under the brand and just grow overall. But then with the Pixar bag, we just ran into that brick wall where it's like, we can't really put too much product under this name because it's just connected with the bag so much. So from just a branding standpoint, we decided, let's just go back to the drawing board and figure something else out and how we could change to be more fitting across the board. So we decided to go with LimeLite, and the name really explains itself. The product puts you in the limelight. So that's just where the name comes from. And that's just what we did. We went ahead and we changed the name, and we just did a whole rebrand. So all the website, socials, everything we've updated.
So will as far as like expanding your products, will that be like more products with LCD screens, or just still kind of focusing on bags?
So for now, the focus is on bags because it's, as you can see, it's a very new product, and we want to just essentially really make our place in the market with this first. But we have a few other products as well as like clothing that we really want to get to, but that's to come.
Okay. So now for the good part. Get into the specs, shawty.
Oh yeah. So as y'all can see, do a little quick demonstration real quick. So this bad boy, it's packed. It
looks heavy.
Actually, it's not. You want to feel it? It's not. So it's not that heavy.
Something in here?
Yeah, there are a few things in there.
Okay. I was gonna say, that's heavy.
But I'll explain all of that though. So first, we upgraded from the pixelated screen to a nice LCD screen. So with this, and before I even go into that, one of the main reasons why I really pushed to get this one out is because for the Pixlr bag, our return was less than 5% of all. And we've sold out of that, by the way, was less than 5%. And one of the main issues or complaints that we got from customers was that, hey, my logo can't show well, or my pictures aren't showing too well. So, and they also wanted to play video. So we just said, you know what? Let's see how we could solve all these issues. And those were literally the only complaints we got about the Pixlr bag, was that because it's a pixelated screen, some pictures, the quality is not too great. And that's when we decided, you know what, let's just see how we could solve all those issues. So I went back and I found something, got the LCD screen, and, that solved all the problems. So as y'all can see with this bad boy, you can put anything you want on there. So first we go with pictures, just a regular 1080p, and for video as well. So pictures are amazing, as you guys can see. Anything can go on there. And one thing that we've changed, so we've moved from using an app. So instead of using an application, what we'll do for this one is just input a SD card or a flash drive. You can connect it to your phone, put whatever you want on the device, then you just plug it in the bag, and it automatically plays.
So what are the limitations when it comes to like what, just say if you put a video on there, how long, what's the length of the video?
As big as the SD card can hold.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's it. If y'all want to put a movie on there, as long as it can fit in that, that flash drive, that SD card, go ahead, have fun with it.
So how long did it take you to find that screen?
So this, really, I've been working on this for quite some time. I've been working on this since about right after Invest Fest last year, so around September. That's when I've been working on it. So I really wanted to get this out by February, but with all the setbacks and delays that we faced, it just wasn't possible. But now, we got it. Let's try it.
And ready, 1 through 10.
Right, but I mean, it's like everything's in God's timing. So
exactly.
It happened when it's supposed to.
So the original Pixlr bag is no more.
So that's something that we're actually still contemplating because the people love it so much. But as for now, I think we're leaning more towards just really focusing on this version, the LimeLite X1, because essentially, this is just the upgraded version of the Pixlr bag.
Right.
So if there's a demand for the Pixlr bag still, because it's still a great product, we'll bring it back. But as for now, this is our focus right now.
Okay. So, man, so many questions. Can I plug the game up to it? I didn't know.
So for a game, not yet. So the only thing that it pretty much can connect to, it has a flash drive reader. It has an SD card. And those are the two main input options that we're working with for now. As time passes and as we, develop future models, as, depending on what the demand is.
Something like, what do you call it? Like when you, like AirPlay, something like that.
Yeah, so that's something that we're working on as well. So AirPlay, Bluetooth, all those will be future options. But as for now, it's just the SD card input or the flash drive is what we're offering right now.
Okay, so take us through the actual bag. Like, what does it offer?
Sure. So for one, you could play videos. It does have a built-in speaker at the bottom. So if you want to, play a video, play music, that's an option. And the speaker is banging. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
It's real nice. But besides that, overall, besides the screen, this new version, it comes with that TSA lock right here on the side. So, for the extra security, if you maybe just leave your bag somewhere, you're out, get your bag a lot, no one can get in.
Is
kinda
this
thing.
area right here just protection, or is this like the whole screen?
So this is protection. The screen is essentially just on the front, maybe like an inch or two
Okay.
on the front, but it's more for protection.
Okay.
And that's just how it's built, because one of the challenges that we had was how to incorporate, a full screen on the front of the bag. So we had to pretty much make like a hard shell so we could put the screen in that. So
Okay.
it could pretty much, fit and give the exposure that it's showing right now. But besides the screen, yeah, it comes with that TSA, TSA lock. Still got your phone charger on the side. And it's quite spacious. So
I was gonna say that's my next question. Is TSA approved
yes, it is.
for carry on?
Right. So you could, yes, it's TSA approved for carry-on.
Okay.
And on the back, you have that little small compartment for like your purse, wallet, things
My
like
$10.
that. Or 20, whatever you may have. It also comes with a bag cover as well that you can pull off from the top. It goes over all of the bags. So a few people mentioned this about the Pixel bag. They were saying that when they were traveling, especially on planes, and you slide it under your foot or in the overhead compartment, the screen would get scratched up. So we've added pretty much a protection. Let me see if I can pull it out right here real quick. So it's pretty much just going to cover the bag. So
The bag got a hood, y'all.
Oh yeah. So one thing that we really do is we listen to our customers, and we try to solve all those issues. So with this bad boy, if you're traveling or if you just want to sit your bag down somewhere, it's all covered. So saves it from being scratched and all of that. So it's pretty convenient.
Y'all do customize, because I might need the Pooh Shiesty eyes cut out on mine. My bag thugging.
That could be arranged. That could be arranged.
My bag thugging. Nah, that's dope. That's dope. So let's get into the inside of the bag.
Oh yeah, so
And this is like a locking compartment on the side?
yeah, so that's a TSA lock. So
Okay.
you just lock your zippers in. Just make sure it's all set too. And you can reset your own code. So similar to the lock that's like on suitcases. You just let's get this bad boy locked in real quick. And that's it. So you set your code and you are good to go.
That's fire.
So when you're ready,
I thought you were gonna actually like put like the locks through it.
oh no, so
Yeah.
that's just how it is. So like now, let's say if you should change it, it's locked. So you can't remove the zippers. You can't open it. So you can set your own code, and only you know your code unless you want to share it.
That's fire.
But besides that, yeah.
So basically, if you steal it, you can watch it. That's about
Right,
it.
that's it.
Yeah, you ain't getting in there.
Exactly.
Waterproof still, or
So we've decided just to make the bag itself last longer, we've decided to go with a premium leather, and just because of the stitching and so on, the leather portion is not necessarily waterproof. It's a bit water resistant, but we recommend just trying to stay away from water, especially for the speaker.
okay,
We don't want to try to damage any of that.
okay.
But as for like the hard shell cover front, it is a bit water resistant, but again, I don't recommend trying to get it wet too much.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So for all you Ray J One Wish video people, stay out the rain.
and yeah, but for the rest of the inside though, so it comes with 2 compartments. So you have your laptop compartment right here. So you could set your laptop, your keys, a bunch of stuff right there, and then for the main compartment. Let's get this bad boy opened up. So you got your power bank inside,
Okay.
and that's it. So I mean, it's pretty spacious. You got a lot of pockets.
Is that where you normally keep the power bank, or you just have it there for right now?
So this is where it's gonna be. This is
Okay.
where it's gonna be because it's connected to the screen, back here. So it's just for convenience. That's
Okay.
where it's gonna be. And that's it. So it may seem a little small, but really, once you start packing it up, you can fit a lot of stuff in here.
I really
can
wouldn't
feel a
put
lot.
anything in there other than like wallet, keys. I'm advertising if I'm wearing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm sure you don't want to make it too heavy while you're walking around.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's up to the user.
Okay.
I leave that up to them. It can hold the weight because of that leather.
And what's the release date on these?
So these right now we're looking at June 28th. That's the date that we're looking at right now. And that's just because of the slight delay that we're having with shipping. Production is almost complete for the first batch. So with the time frame that we've been getting by our producers, we're looking at about June 28th for the official release.
Okay.
Pre-orders or no pre-orders?
So yes, we are going to start pre-orders, I want to say the first week of June. But we'll announce all the exact dates and details within the next few weeks coming. So that's just that. Yeah, that's just where that's going to be. One thing I would say though, for this one, I've been getting a lot of requests for it already. Like yesterday, I went out to this party, and a few guys was like, "Yo, take my money now," kind of thing. But the thing is, I want to just make sure.
You took it, right?
Actually, no.
It's like to me like this.
But the reason why I mentioned that though is for this one, the first batch that's going to be available next month is going to be in limited quantity. So you just want to make sure that your name is in the first hat, because the other time is going to be about September, October before it's going to be available again. So y'all just want to make sure y'all get it first.
Okay. So, big question. How much they going for?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Now, before I even mention the pricing, what I like to look at is just the value that this new bag offers. And I really broke it down into 3 aspects. For one, this is going to take the way you advertise to a whole nother level. Like, as it relates to like what you can display, where you can take it, it's going to help you so much, especially as a business owner. And secondly, one thing that we're trying to incorporate as well is advertising for others. So let's say you're at an event. While you're advertising for yourself, you may know a few people that's in your circle or strangers that may want to advertise at that event as well. That's something you could charge for.
Right.
So besides you making money advertising for yourself, you could charge others for advertising for them. And thirdly, we have that affiliate marketing program going on. So while you're out, someone likes a bag, use my promo code, you get hit, they get a discount, and you get paid again. So it's like the big 3 in one.
You see, our platform has definitely grown from the last time you were here. So we went from a few thousand to a couple 100,000.
Yeah.
So
Hey, that's good.
That's
That's good. But that's just really what I look at. It's just packed with so much value and so much ways you can make money with. So, and just the time, the material, and everything that we put in, it's definitely going to be worth it. As for the pricing, it's going to be $6.99.
Okay.
That's it.
Exactly.
I thought you was gonna say like $1,200 with the with the rundown you giving us. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of dollars.
No, it's just gonna be $6.99 because at the end of the day, we understand how the market works, and we want to make sure it's affordable for our customers as well. So that's just the case. The only thing I will say though for this product, there will only be one discount, and that's gonna be for all our loyal Pixelback customers. Besides that, there won't be any holiday discounts. The price will be the price.
Okay.
So there won't be no, let me get that discount. Only discount will be for our previous customers, and that's just because of the loyalty they've shown the brand over, the past few years.
Right.
And we've decided to go with that concept just because of all the value that it has. I mean, you have other people paying, over $1,000 for a Louis bag or, a designer bag, and
that doesn't advertise anything. They get stolen too for free.
That as well, but also it doesn't provide any form of income.
Yeah.
And this provides 3. So within a week, 2 weeks, you can recoup what you've invested, because this is an investment.
Right.
And that's just it in a nutshell. This is just an investment for you.
Okay.
So it's coming with a Netflix subscription, anything? Not yet.
Nah.
Relax.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it coming with a little controller or something. You know what I'm saying? Something for everybody.
Exactly. So, as we grow, I'm telling you, there is so many directions that it's going to go, but we just want to set the basis right now for it to build on, kind of thing, because where I see the LimeLite will be that next product where you go out in the street and everyone has one.
Yeah.
Regardless if you're a business owner or not. This is just something of the future.
How often have you been out to where you ran into people with the previous bag?
So I haven't been out much for the past few months, and that's just because I've been just laying my head down working on this guy. But for the most part, I mean, I get DMs, I get messages all the time. Like, I remember this one time I was speaking with one of my in-laws, and he's in Jamaica, and he has a friend that's from New York. And he was like, they were on video call one day, and he's seen the bag, and he was like, hey, let me see the bag. And turns out it was my bag. So it's really crazy how people that I don't even know have it, and the connections I have. So for the Pixel bag, I felt like it really made a mark, but there's a lot more room to cover. Okay. There's definitely a lot more room to cover.
We actually, I won't say the name on camera, but we actually ran into your business partner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We met him at, what was the thing we went to in November? The game thing. Dream Hat. Yeah, I saw like I watch your videos, and I was like, that's who you was talking about. I was like, it's crazy because I watch him, doing his thing. So I spoke to him. He was real cool. I was like, you got him on you? He said, no, I should. I said, man, it's a lot of people out here. You're supposed to be moving them things. So yeah.
Are you talking Party Pip?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always over the place. Now for him, you'll see him out more than me because like that's just his part, Yeah,
he was at the kind of thing. He was at the gaming thing with T-Pain.
Right. Yeah, so that's his circle, and that's where he adds a lot of value because
that's where he should have had the bags too. Because like I said, it's a lot of people out here like gaming and everything. Right. They would have been definitely into that. So
yeah, and that's just all a part of the growth. As the brand grows over time, just incorporating with more people and just keep on getting it out there. Because
so once they finally like really get into production, what do you estimate shipping time?
So it's in production now. It's almost completed. Production, shipping from overseas to here, that's just going to take some time. But once it's landed, shipping's just going to be between 2 to 3 days across the U.S.
And also, what did you do with the old inventory from your previous bag?
So we sold out of that.
Oh, so you just said they sold out.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought you meant like
Open your ears.
No, so we sold out. So we sold actually for the black of the Pixel bag. We sold out of that about I think November, December last year, and then we had the red, the brown, and the blue that left, and I think by February of this year we sold out completely. So. And that around that time, we're considering restocking that, but then I was just too focused on this guy.
Okay.
So we decided to just keep it sold out, and we went kind of just on the low for a minute just to get this out as fast as possible.
Will there be other variations, like as far as size of this bag, or just this one for now?
So for the first batch, it's just going to be this size, but hopefully before this year ends, we're considering. Doing a bigger size, for example, like a photographer bag, videographer bag kind of thing. So where it's spacious enough to hold all your equipment and also a travel version as well. So It's something we're considering. And again, it just depends on the demand that we get and the response from this bag that we'll, go those directions.
Okay.
I want to hear the speaker.
You said what?
I want to hear the speaker.
Plan on getting to the shoe game? Because, I feel like I need a little TV screen on my shoes or something.
Relax. Yeah. No, bro, you really could use it and put some of your TikTok videos on there.
Yeah, for sure.
So for the speaker, so this bad boy right here, it just comes with this small remote. And this is pretty much what you'll use to control the screen. And one of the reasons why we chose not to go the version of an app is because for the Pixel bag, one thing that I personally noticed as well was that whenever you're in like crowded areas, it was really difficult to connect with. So I wanted to just figure out.
Because of the Bluetooth?
Yes, because of the Bluetooth and all the other devices around.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just hard to connect with. So I wanted to provide something that if you're out, you want to add something to your screen, it would be of no issue. So that's why we went with this guy. But to answer your question, let me so right now it's on pictures, and it's just on loop pretty much right now, and you could change it to anything you want.
Yeah, that's a good speaker.
And it actually gets even louder. So pretty much the way it's set up, once you put, a video, music, or pictures on it, you can either play only pictures, and it's just going to play all your pictures in a loop, or you can do videos, it's going to play all those in a loop, or you could mix it where it plays both just randomly at the same time.
So does the battery life depend on the power bank you buy or the one that y'all provide? Do y'all provide it as well?
So it will require a specific power bank. I think it's like 12 volts, over 20,000 to get, substantial amount of time. We will provide a power bank. It's going to be 20,000 mAh. That's going to come with the bag. And with that, you're going to get at least, 5-6 hours of use, depending on how you're using it. Sometimes, maybe even more, so that's what it's going to come with.
I'm already thinking of ways to advertise. Look, you got to get your mama one for Christmas. she got her NBA clientele that introduces him to the NBA. You see where we're going?
Yeah, then she need to get her LLC.
Yeah, the Hawks players. Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
It is.
So do y'all take Afterpay?
So yes, that is an option that's on the website, and we're considering adding a second Afterpay option. So right now, I think it's with Klarna, I believe. I'll have to double check with my team and see. But I think it's Klarna is the option that's on there now.
Okay.
But we're considering adding a few other options just to provide more options for our customers, because I know a lot of people are going to want it and the pricing may not be all there at once. So we're going to make sure y'all have options.
You thinking about taking Afterpay? Never heard of Afterpay?
Relax.
Relax. But hey, look, it all depends on what you can provide, because that's something that we can talk about as well. Okay. So if you can bring some traction that is pleasing to us, hit my phone.
Definitely.
Hit my phone.
Definitely.
Afterpay.
Yeah, don't be trying to use that one, Pete.
No, I'm not.
Let me go ahead and trademark that.
Do not fret.
So, like I said, the last time you came, you had your previous bag, and you were talking about going to InvestFest. So, since it's been some time, if you mind talking about what actually went down at InvestFest.
Oh man, InvestFest was great. InvestFest was great. I didn't see y'all there, by the way.
Yeah, you didn't. So listen, let me tell you what happened. I was excited. I'm ready to go. It was a lot of things that came up. One of the things.
It rained?
No, it wasn't that.
No.
See, I be trying to listen to my mama because, I'm big on listening to my mama. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, man, it'll be cool. It's like $250 for the She said, $250? My mama don't like Steve Harvey. That's what she said. When she heard he was going to be there, she was like, I don't want you. I was like, Mama, I'm grown now. She was like, yeah. I was like, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, she got some disdain for Steve.
At that time, being where our business was, I feel like it probably didn't make the most sense for us. But now that we're in a different space, I definitely feel like it's a place we should be. Like I said, we've grown a lot since then. So, like we went to Pinky, who owns Slutty Vegan. We went to one of her events, and it was like a seminar for small businesses, all that. So at the time, like even when we went, we had a great time, but it just felt like it wasn't a place for us just yet. So I feel like the networking, I saw your video of the people you were out there networking with. So it does look like a place people need to be. But I just say if somebody doesn't have a business, do you feel like it's worth it for them to pay $250 just to go hear somebody give them motivation?
All right, now, so this is how I look at it. You have the opportunity to pay $250 to be around
Safari,
a large group
Shout
of
out
people.
Safari.
Hey, you may never know who you may meet, but
Yeah.
on the whole, you're just paying $250 to meet a large group of people that's of the similar mindset and that's a step ahead of you on the journey, 10 steps ahead of you on the journey. And all it takes is just y'all walking down the same aisle, y'all meet up, or y'all just pass each other and you just say, hey, I like this, and boom, it opens the door for you to have something great. Okay. And especially, you hosting your own podcast, there's so many others that specialize in podcasting and that's been doing it for a while that you can connect with, and just one conversation could take you so far. So I don't necessarily look at it as like or compare the value of the $250, because when you really look at it, how much are you going to pay to go see Beyonce or Drake or
me?
whoever?
Nothing. I don't like neither one of them. So
how much you paying for? All right, so let me ask you this: how much are you paying for them Jordans?
Right now, nothing, to be honest. Like I've been, my thing is lately, and
I spent some money for Beyonce just so I could see just so I can see her perform Texas Hold'em. After that, I'll leave.
But see, me, I've been different, and I explain this to her like all the time. Like everything I buy lately, if it doesn't make a return on investment, I don't buy it. So right now, even food, I could spend $10 for a meal, but the video may make $200. So I try to keep myself in that mindset until I get to the point that I want to splurge and do other stuff. So I just been keeping a business mindset to just say, if I buy it, it needs to make me something.
I mean, that's right. And that's just the right mindset to have, But I feel like overall, InvestFest, the way the public gets it, I feel like it definitely needs a lot more attention. Because, I mean, when I was there, I was right next to Safari. And I encountered and I spoke with so many other...
Wait, Safari? Like,
yeah.
Safari?
Bringing it back in. The one that was rapping on Breakfast Club now.
Shout out Safari.
Yeah, Safari.
But overall, though, on a serious note, you have the potential to meet so many people and to just, like I said, it's just one conversation with one person and you'll be surprised where that takes you.
Right.
So that alone, I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just people who aren't really doing anything, they would be like, well, like what's the use of me to go, because I'm not trying to do anything or make anything happen. Because it seemed like InvestFest would be for, like you said, the person with the business who's
the
actually
person who already got a spark,
right, and is trying to like make it bigger. But if a person has no spark, they're like, I'm not gonna spend $250 to listen to these people talk. But that's the mindset.
In his defense, well, not like saying we're going against you, but I do agree. Like you could possibly go and get that spark.
Like he makes a very valid point. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, some people just
see, and
we scared of risk.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I feel like, especially being a business owner myself, there's a very large group of people that want to be a business owner or want to start something, but they're just stuck in that fantasy world of they keep imagining what it would be like.
Yep.
But once they're not ready to really make that first step. And that's just what separates them from the rest, because when you really put yourself in that mindset and you go to these places, some may look at it and be like, we go here and we hear all these people talk about their success and they may not provide any benefits in that speech to you directly. But if you really listen and just really take the information at heart and really just focus, you'll get something from it.
No, I understand that wholeheartedly. It just has to be a person who really wants to receive something for them to get it, in my opinion.
I mean, that's right. And if you're not someone that want to take your business serious, then it's not for you. It's not entertainment. This is work.
Right.
This is work. And one thing that I've grown to realize as an entrepreneur myself, when they say when you leave your 9-to-5 and go full on entrepreneur, you're really going 24 hours. So it's not like you're quitting your 9-to-5 to go on a vacation. This is tough.
So have you got to that point yet? Like you've left the work life, the corporate life behind to...
Yeah, I have. I have since September of last year.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Right, absolutely.
Yeah, when I tell people when I made my first $15 with content creating, I was about to quit. But I held on. I still be about to quit, but I held on.
Yeah, I think the thing is just there's a part or there's a time where you have to just risk it and just dive head first and then hope it's water below kind of thing.
So is this at a point that you've made a certain amount of income first? Or are you just like, this is my last $250, I'm going to InvestFest, like...
No, that's crazy talk. You still got to pay that rent. You still got to eat. Okay. You still got to survive. So you have to make sure that, you have something to fall back on and you have your ducks in a row.
Okay.
So don't just go quit not knowing how you're going to pay your rent next month kind of thing. And make sure you have a strong team around you, especially because in that regard, shout out to my wife. She makes sure that, we're all good. We're in areas where, I may fall short. So it's all a team effort. So you just want to make sure that, all your ducks are in a row.
So you wouldn't feel any different looking back on it. Like I remember we had to sleep on a piece of toast. You know what I'm saying? Just that
Sleep on a piece
story.
of toast.
Yeah, you know how they be. I used to sleep in the trash can. So.
I mean, it's all a part of the story, you know.
Whose story was that?
Tyler Perry, bro. I don't know, but look at him now. I used to sleep on a piece of toast.
You know, some say that, you know, they went homeless and all this stuff happened. You know, hats off to them. At the end of the day, I want to make sure that me and mines are comfortable.
Right.
And I'm not going to go that extreme to, you know, try to accomplish what you're trying to do because, you know, you got to live.
Okay.
So, and that's just how I see it.
No, that makes all the sense in the world because it's like I remember at one point there was this guy I was talking to who was saying, well, sometimes you just got to be homeless. You just got to do this to make your dreams happen.
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm like, well, no. I was like, well, no. Like, things have to make sense. I'm like, I'm not going to be homeless. I'm not living in my car. I'm not doing all that. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, so... I don't know.
Homeless.
Yeah, I'm like, when I get off from work, you know, then I go home and work on what it is that I want to do. But I'm not going to quit my job and go homeless and go full throttle with this and it's not making a return. That's crazy.
I mean, because you got to think about it. If you're not working and, you know, all your bills are paid and you don't have any issues or anything stressing you out, just besides trying to figure out your business. If you decide to quit without any financial backing behind it, now you got two problems. You got to figure out how them bills going to get paid. And you also got to figure out how to, you know, take your business to the next level, how to make it work. So really, you're just setting up yourself to fail. Mm-hmm. And that's just how a lot of people fail, unfortunately. Poor planning.
That's right. Now you got to eat the toast that you're sleeping on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Damn, then no more toast.
That's
So
right.
what you gonna sleep
That's
on?
Yeah, toast is over.
What you gonna sleep on?
Yeah.
Toast is over.
All right. So is there anything else you want to say as far as the bag? Tell people where to get it, definitely.
Oh, definitely. So as you know, and like I said before, we've, you know, updated the name change and also our Instagram and socials is My LimeLite, which is, you know, MyLimelite. My LimeLite, that's our Instagram, our website, mylimelite.com. So that's where you can either reach out to the team if you have any questions or if you want to subscribe to our website. And I also recommend do subscribe because, like I said, it's going to be limited stock for the first order. So if you want to get it first, you want to make sure that you're following us on Instagram so you can get the latest updates because that's where we pretty much provide a lot of our information. And you want to subscribe on the website. So whenever we are releasing the date for the pre-orders or the date that is going to be first available, that's where most of that information will be passed. So My LimeLite on Instagram and mylimelite.com for our website.
Okay. So does the pre-order number like depend on how much you want to put out to, you know, bring in the number of bags first?
Right. So the pre-order, we're just focused on perhaps just offering about half of what the total inventory amount is going to be because of a few, you know, future events coming up. So we want to make sure that we hold on to a few for those.
Right.
But the pre-order essentially is just to, you know, see how many people really want it.
Okay.
I'm with it.
Pre-order bills up to demand.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We learned that from all the streetwear brands.
Right.
Put out 8, raise the price.
It works.
Yeah, it does.
It works,
Consumers
man.
want what they want.
Yeah. Shout out Travis
The
Scott.
only difference for us, though, the price will remain the same.
Mm-hmm.
So the pre-order price and the regular retail is going to be the same. The only difference is how badly do you want it or when do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, just based off the value that it has and the demand for it is growing every day. So it all depends on when you want to get yours. So for us, it's not necessarily to even consider raising the price because the price will remain the same.
Yeah.
At least for this version. So it's just based on when you want to get it.
This is the only colorway for now, too?
So, no, for the colors, we're going to have this black. It's going to be also full gray and a brown. There's going to be 3 colors for the first round, and then base and a few other colors that may be in demand. We may offer a few other colors for the second round.
I could only imagine somebody coming in with the barbershop with one of these.
What do you mean?
You know how they be selling stuff in the barbershop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody came in there with some plates today. I said, "No, I'm cool." They came in there with this, I probably would have opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really get that at my shop.
we get it all the time.
Well, there was one dude that was selling machetes.
At a barbershop?
Yeah.
That's the place to advertise. 'Cause they come in there with plates,
Machetes, puppies,
yeah, shoes, everything.
Everything.
oxtail.
Yeah,
Yeah, trust
It
me,
don't
like
matter.
mom, like I used to sit at the shop with my mom when she was coming here. People coming there with DVDs,
balloon animals.
right? Everything. It was nothing that they didn't come in there with.
So if somebody
that's the
came in
hustle.
there, yeah,
It's a hustle, you know.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah, like $5 for this mix I made. Like, all
like I
right.
said, barbers would do fairly well with this because, like I said, that's a business they they get a lot of business from. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
What he was charging for the machete though, it wasn't fair price.
how you know?
Huh?
How you know?
Because I looked at machetes.
Before or after he came in?
Before.
Okay,
I like knives.
everything all right at home?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you do want to be a ninja, so
I do.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, people be asking about you. Every time somebody talk to me, they say, "What's up with your guy who said he can defeat Superman?" I was like, "Listen, that was him, not me."
Somebody literally said that last night.
Right. They worrying about you, Pete.
Hey, and I stand on business.
Hey, I
That's
believe in you.
concerning, though.
What's concerning?
The thought process behind that.
He said he can do it by himself without us.
I
Even
said
with
that,
us, he can't do
I
it.
said that he's the first one you go for. You got to take out the strongest one. Let the others flee.
It's a good concept, but
Yeah.
The execution just ain't there. It just ain't there.
but if you believe it, though,
That's what you said.
That's all that matters, the belief.
Yeah.
exactly.
I believe it wholeheartly.
Yeah, when he died in front of us, I'm gonna just anyway, we're gonna get into some of these topics. So
When I unalive.
yeah, when you're alive. So there was a little thing, the WNBA is definitely starting to pick up steam now. So tickets are selling, everybody's actually filling up the games now. So I just saw a young lady post on TikTok. She was at, I think it was the LA game, if I'm not mistaken.
Sparks game?
Yeah, she was sitting courtside. They made her move and gave her seats to Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
And she wasn't compensated.
So,
Would you give up your seat?
come on, man. That's Magic Johnson.
I don't think she knew who it was.
Right.
They basically told her to move first and then gave the seat to Magic. They didn't just say, "Hey, Magic Johnson want these seats." They moved her and then gave the seat to
Wait,
her.
so did her ticket say that this is my seat?
She said her aunt bought her the tickets for
Come on,
her.
son. Come on, son. Nah. I ain't rolling. Nah, that's Magic seat, dog. You got to raise up, son.
No, so if her aunt brought her the ticket, she still had the ticket though to get in. There was no way she could get down there without the ticket.
Yeah, so that was
So
her seat.
it was her seat. I'd be like, nah, like, you gotta get my money back.
Magic would have had to do magic and find another seat.
That's an LA legend, bro.
Nah,
Raise
I'm not-
up. Go ahead.
You giving up your seat for Magic Johnson?
Absolutely.
No,
And then-
you gotta pay me
so
for it.
this
I'm
is where
sorry.
she was relocated to. So if you sitting, basically, if this is the goal, you're sitting behind the goal. She was relocated basically to like the other side of the court at the corner.
Oh no,
That's a good seat.
It's still courtside, but I wanted that.
I'm
seat.
gonna need a check with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a check with that.
First, I need my money back.
yeah, I don't need my money back for sure because I got this seat because it's a good seat.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna move me from my good seat to give me this trash seat.
For
They
Magic
probably don't even
Johnson.
cost as much as my seat costs. Yeah, for Magic, you move somebody else.
Does it depend on who the celebrity is to whether you give up the seat?
That's Magic Johnson, bro.
I don't give a damn. Who? Yeah, like Snoop Dogg said. I don't care.
That's Magic Johnson.
You
bro.
thinking about it? Like,
What I'm thinking about, it definitely does matter who the celebrity is because that's gonna help me determine how much my seat gonna cost.
Yeah,
I am not. If I pay for this seat,
You ain't pay for it. Your aunt pay for it.
look, it's my
we
seat.
together. It's
Right,
my
What I want
regardless,
a ticket
it's
for is
fine.
my seat, and
Yeah.
if you want the seat, you got to pay my price or go
Right.
find someone else.
right.
I don't care who you is, unless you're Jesus. I am sitting right here.
I probably wouldn't even give up my seat then because technically we paid for these. I ain't trying to be too crazy, but we paid for these seats.
So,
man.
so let me ask you this though. So you say you'll give your seat up for what?
For nothing.
Just because of the person?
Yeah, that's
You,
respect.
you just keep. You go ahead, finish watching the game, and
I'm already
I'm
at
just
the
trying to figure out like what you're gonna get from it. You know,
Another seat.
I'm gonna watch the game.
But
My only objective is to watch the game. I'm not taking pictures. I'm not doing none of that, bro. I'm watching the game. I'm watching them play.
So you have no issue being inconvenienced for a celebrity?
Nah.
Okay,
Yeah, I can see I'm a person too, though, and my money spent just the same.
Being that they were relocated to more courtside seats.
Yes.
You fine with that. So what if they relocate you to the nosebleeds?
Nah, you can't do that now.
Hey, but you just said it's Magic Johnson.
Exactly.
Yeah. So put me on the other side of the court.
But if they say no.
Oh, then hey, sorry, Magic.
Oh, that's you turn the Magic down.
Yeah. But if they giving me another courtside seat,
you cool.
And the objective is to still watch the game, I don't see the
I'm turning
problem.
into a Karen.
But why couldn't they put him in that seat?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because why you moving me? You could just put him
Johnson,
over there.
bro. He owned the whole joint, bro.
Nah, you could put him over there.
He owned the whole joint.
But that don't mean you should have
the
put
Dodgers,
reserve.
the Lakers. What else? The LA Kings.
It should have been reserved.
That's the era on
Los
the
Angeles.
Right. That should have been reserved for him early.
You should have had his seat reserved since he owns it.
Hey man, listen.
I
Rules is rules.
I would have rolled the phone that thing.
Nah, I ain't getting up.
I am not getting up. Nah, like I said, it don't matter who it is. I'm not getting up. My aunt got me this seat for Mother's Day. I'm not even a mother. I am not moving.
Yeah, but
disrespect. I would have been escorted. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only way I'm moving. Yeah, I'm not getting up. I'm sorry, Magic.
Uh-uh.
I mean, but I don't think that's right. Move the person next to me.
So,
Because you can move somebody else.
yeah,
Like, I'm not
next to
moving.
each other. And then,
But you can move somebody that's next to me. Let's do that.
I definitely wouldn't have gave it up if I didn't get to meet him.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't get to meet him.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
She didn't get to
So
meet him. No.
Nah, because then you put me up there, I'm going to go back to my seat and say, hey, this was my seat that made me get up for it. I'm going to need $1,000 because that's how much this seat costs.
And then if they don't give you $1,000, then what?
Then I'm sitting on his lap. Watch the game like
I'm
that.
going to get escorted.
Right,
I'm getting escorted.
So you'd rather get escorted out the game than just move and still watch the game?
See, this is where the cancel culture comes in. Everybody gonna see it. I've already seen them tagging Magic Johnson in the LA, whatever the women's
Sparks.
Yeah, LA Sparks. They tagging everybody. So they gonna bring a light to it. That's gonna make them look bad.
This is just the
reparations.
A play to make them look bad.
You said a play to make them mad.
Yeah.
You made me mad first. My mama said hit back.
I mean, listen.
You agree, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not giving it up.
Yeah.
Not giving it up.
Yeah. She paid
Yeah.
for it. These is our seats.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I know, see, this seat costs $1,000. That seat over there probably costs about $550.
Now them seats don't even look like they cost $1,000 because they look like the Alabama broad chairs. Like it ain't like no comfortable chairs.
All them courtside seats is
Just
Regular
folding
chairs.
Regular chairs. Yeah, it's just you get the
this much room
experience.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get the experience of sitting courtside. It's not really about if you're comfortable or
Yeah.
not.
He would've
Just in
been
case you want to do your TikTok thing.
Yeah, you would have been sitting Indian style in front of me because I wasn't moving. You would have really been courtside.
Indian style is nuts. But okay.
Shout out to Magic, man.
Yeah, shout out to Magic.
Shout out Magic.
Legend.
Another thing I came across, I don't know what I was doing, something on the computer the other day, and I spelled the word species because I don't know how to spell it. But I noticed there was no red line. Now, if we did I before E except after C, it didn't work like that.
Yeah, because that rule is fake.
Is it?
Yeah. It only applies to certain words.
Yeah, you just figured that out then.
No, it really only applies. I forgot how many words it applies to, but
Received?
it only applies to certain words.
Spell species.
Let me see.
Yeah. SPECIES.
Yeah. R, silent R. Yeah.
Yes. Species.
Yeah, but technically with the
I have to write it down.
with the I before E rule, except after C, it was supposed to be CEIS, but it's not. So
Yeah,
y'all
because
have
it's
these fake English rules.
RECIEVE. Yeah.
Didn't we have a conversation about that?
I don't know if that word was in there though. I know we talked about weird, and I actually went back and found an old Facebook status where I spelled weird wrong. I spelled wired, but I was close. That was before the red line era. So you trying to spell it?
Yeah, man.
I gotta like write it down.
Okay.
See if I'm even spelling it correctly.
So the English.
Yeah, I think it only applies to. I can't find it. I googled it before though.
Yeah,
You
receive
from
is
Jamaica,
definitely
right?
I before E.
Yeah.
Y'all have what's the language?
English.
Oh, it's all English?
Jeez.
Who speak Patois? Whatever that shit is.
It's Patois is just a dialect that it's just like broken English.
It's not a language.
Oh, it ain't.
No, they
You
still
learn
speak
something every
English.
day. You learn something every day.
Yeah, it's just like Creole, right? Wouldn't it be something considered like that? Like, what do you call
Pronounce
it?
it again.
Patois.
Patois. What did I say?
Patois.
Well, I put a little too many A's on the end or something. Patois.
Okay.
You said it like this.
Patois. That's how I say it.
It's just a dialect, though. I look at it just as the same way how Atlanta has its own lingo or its own dialect here, where sometimes I don't even understand what they're saying. I just think of it the same way. It's another form of broken English.
Okay, because
It's like Geechee in Carolina.
So what happened was I heard a story about some guys who went to Jamaica and they weren't having fun on the resort. So some guy was like, "Hey, I'll take y'all out to have a good time." So everybody was like, "Yo, don't leave the resort," and he left anyway. So when they get to the place, they're having a good time or whatever. Some guys pull up and like, "Yo." They start calling him the money man. They was like, "Hey, you don't want no problems with him." So he was like, "Let me hold something." So he said no. So they started speaking Patois, and then he was like, "Yeah, it started to get a little real. We had to get up out of there." So that's why I was like, "It's like a gangster language or what?"
No, he just know that he's
Shit,
American.
that-
He probably can't speak it.
So I wouldn't be able to understand. I've never heard it.
So so this is what it is. Patois essentially is just the English language.
You speak it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna speak it now.
Yeah, you know I was gonna ask.
It's just the English language with the language from, our forefathers from Africa. They just pretty much put it together to create something that they could understand. In a sense,
So there are complete words that, like I said, I wouldn't understand.
to some extent, it's just how it's used. It's just how it's used.
Because you made the reference as far as like how people speak in Atlanta. If I mean a normal person would say partner, and in Atlanta they say partner. So it's something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So once you really break it down, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what that means. So it's not like Spanish or
To our
another
understand-
language.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No, it's just tweeted a little bit.
Patois.
And so just like instead of shorty, we say shouty.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So
Okay.
like, for us in Jamaica, it would be shawty.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
same
that's
concept.
patois?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still not going off the resort though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna not have a
So-
good time on the resort.
Now I'm gonna say this because we're gonna set it straight. So this is what I'll say. If you're not from Atlanta and you're at a hotel in Buckhead and you're not having fun, and some random person come up to you, like, yo, let you have some fun, and they take you to Bankhead, how would you feel? From Buckhead to Bankhead.
Oh, I wouldn't be going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll get up my seat for Magic, but that I ain't doing.
I'm gonna go
So
in there and
I-
walk it out.
I was like, Bankhead would be
Don't
fun,
twist it.
right?
Yeah.
So
But
I
nah,
say that to say,
probably not.
at the end of the day, you just have to use common sense. Like, if you're at somewhere,
Man, common sense ain't so common.
that's true, and that's how a lot of people get caught up in a jam because, they want to have fun, but they just disregard
Rules.
Rules, exactly.
Yeah.
So you can go, because for the most part, Jamaicans are awesome people. No one is trying to get you. No one is trying to get what you have. There's none of that.
Yeah, it's not the Find Your Love video.
So
Okay.
for the most part, whenever tourists interact with locals, it's really on good vibes, just to let them have a good time. And also, of course, they want to make some money in the process. But for the most part, it's just so that you could have so much of a good time that you will now share their information with others when you go back home. So that's really what the majority of that concept is. So I hear, that narrative where you should only stay, because you have to think about it. Why do they tell you, and who's telling you to only stay on the resorts?
White people.
Exactly. And what's going to happen when you stay on the resorts?
Money.
They get all the money. So when you look at it this way, the way it's set up, if you're traveling by plane or cruise, once you get off the boat for cruise and you dock, you go, most of that area that's there is controlled
by Asians now. But
Asians and somehow
shout out to the Asian community though.
foreign entities. So where you can really interact with the locals, they mark that as unsafe. Don't go here because you're gonna get robbed. Don't go here because this is gonna happen to you.
It's marketing. It's
The
a marketing.
Asian people said this.
Well, just the private entities.
Okay.
So like the owners for the hotels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they push that narrative saying that, oh, don't go here because this is what's going to happen to you. So they instill that fear in you. So then whenever these one-off scenarios happen, it get pushed to the front so easily and so fast, it covers all the good.
Okay.
So, and that's just all it is.
Do you think they, like the hotels and like cruise lines and stuff like that, do you think they hire people to rob people? Like to scare them?
I wouldn't put it past them. But
Because that's what it seemed like if you're saying like, oh yeah, don't go here, don't do this, don't do that. Because it's like, first, how do you know? Like if you're not going off and actually interacting with the locals that live there. So how do you know that they're actually going to rob you or whatever, like you're saying to us? So it made me feel like because like it's so many people that they're robbing or whatever, I'm like, maybe y'all just paying people that's not even Jamaican to rob somebody to scare them. Yeah. Like that's what it made me feel like for real. Because when we went to Bahamas, they was like, oh, don't go too far. I mean, but we did go, like we went far and we were over there with the locals and we were having a good time.
Yeah, so like in that sense, I mean, I personally don't know of that happening, but I won't put it past them because it's all about controlling the narrative. But overall, if, you as a woman, you go there with your girlfriends, if you go just venture out by yourself, it's going to be fun. And it won't be a case where, oh, you have to worry about your safety because there are a lot of travelers, women travelers that go there and they're all in the areas that they mark unsafe and, they're doing their thing and it's a whole nother experience. So for one, I always have to use common sense. If you're somewhere and a guy is just consistently trying to persuade you to do something, then
like coke.
Well, not necessarily that. Like, let's say you're at
to pull you off a resort or something.
Yeah, let's say you're at the resort because this is one thing. Let's say you're at the resort and some guy come up to you and be like, "Hey, I got this place I could take you to have some fun," and you're like, "No." And it's like, no, you would love it, stuff like that. Yeah. Like, he's being really persuasive with it kind of thing. Like, you should be able to just read the energy and be like, you know what, maybe this is not for me. But, like, let's say if you're at a restaurant and, someone like, hey, there's this party going on, later tonight. I think you'll like it kind of thing. Just read the room and just try to use whatever amount of common sense.
Yeah, I would lie. Like, yeah, I'm going to be there. And then,
I'll start speaking Patois. Like, oh, I'm from here, bro. What the hell you talking about? Don't invite me nowhere that I've already been.
No, when I was
is that your patois?
I didn't give it to you.
No, like when I was in St. Lucia, and we was riding the jet skis, the guy who I was on it with, he was like, yeah, you can come back at like 8:00 and I'll take you to this special place that people, that we take people to sometimes. And it's real nice and it's like, you would really enjoy it. And da-da-da. And I was like, probably not. He was like, no, you really like. I'm like, no, that's not even it.
What if you went and there was like a
no, if I would have went, I wouldn't have came back, I'm sure.
A skull on a stick or something.
Right.
Like,
it was,
I mean,
it was
seen a pink dolphin.
Yeah, the Botu.
No, it was like we were going somewhere like off to the side, but it still was like the ocean because it was like a rock or something. They had like a little cave in there. I'm not going to caves. Yeah. Nice.
I'm not going in caves in the U.S. So
yeah, I'm great, but I'm like no. And then it's like they wanted me, like the dude just wanted me to go, and not my friends. So I was like, no, it's okay. I'm not trying to do that.
Caves are where the badger whales are.
Yeah.
No, I had told my butler about it because, like, when I was staying there, I was staying in this suite and I had a butler, and I was telling him about it, and he went and like cussed him out. He was like, "You don't try to do that to her, not to her." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, exactly.
He could have been setting you up.
Huh?
He could have been setting you up. Like,
No, he said that they were trying to take me there, like trying to have sex with me and whatever else. And he was telling them like she's not that.
But he could have been setting you up to have them to try you, and then he come defend your honor. You be like, "Oh, you saved me." You know what I'm saying? Come on, now.
Yeah, that's the plot right there, dog.
He showed me,
son, that's the plot right there, son.
That could have been.
Yeah, that's the plot right there.
Could have been.
Yeah,
got me thinking.
But in case like that, no, just travel with your group.
Yeah, no, I'm
going out travel together.
Okay. So, do you plan on hitting any like outside of Atlanta, like events and stuff? Because I know they got like VidCon, TwitchCon. Like I said, those things I feel like you'll do fairly well. What, TwitchCon?
yeah. I just had a joke. I'm not gonna say it.
So for us, I think right now, we have a few events here locally, but that is something that we want to add to the list.
Okay.
I personally do want to take it on a tour across the U.S., make a stop at a few cities, but that's to be determined.
So a lot of your business, as far as what you have done, has been local for the most part?
So where I'm present or in person, yes, It's been local.
What's this up? And you said you did fairly well when you went. You actually took inventory to InvestFest, right?
Yeah. So InvestFest for us, I don't think I even answered this conversation. Went a whole nother way. But yeah, InvestFest for us, it was great. So like this is what happened for us. Before going, I was like, you know what? I really want to have these bags all over. Like I want to have people walking around with it. But then I remember who I was speaking with, but we'd end up deciding that, hey, let's just try to set up the bags whenever one person buys. Just try to have them set it up on spot, and they'll just walk around with it. And surprisingly, when we started the first day, we had a few people that came, they bought. We just like, yo, you're gonna be here for the next 2 days. Mm-hmm. Let's just set it up so you can advertise right here. So that's what we did. So whenever someone buys the bag, we'll set it up. They go walk around. You guys know?
Yeah, you're supposed to be professional, man.
Huh?
Your mama calling me.
Okay.
You gotta go?
I don't know. Because she's doing feed my sheep right now. So
Oh, okay.
Something happened.
All right. We'll continue. So what were you saying?
Yeah, so pretty much what we did was whenever anyone buys the bag, we just set it up and they just walk around with it. And then guess what? When they're out, others seeing them like, yo, where did you get that from? Oh, go over here. Mm-hmm. So really, it was just a full circle moment for us. People would come buy the bag, set it up, they go wear it. So essentially, they were advertising for us at the event. And it went so well. Because at one point, when you look, there was like, this guy over here has a bag, she has a bag. Like so many people walking around with the bag. So in a sense, our customers advertised for us while they were advertising for themselves. And that's just one of the good things about this.
Like the product, you set the product to do a job and it did it.
Exactly.
So,
and and with this one, I can just imagine how much better this is going to be, because with the Pixlr bag, it was mainly text because of the pixels on the screen.
Yeah.
So for the majority of people, just writing like, hey, follow me here, or dropping their phone number, stuff like that. But now with this bad boy, they'll be able to display any graphics, videos, all that stuff. So I can just imagine how much further the interaction is going to be.
You know what's wild? I watched T-Pain stream from time to time, and he actually had one on there one time. And I don't know if this was before we had you on the podcast or after. But I remember he had one, and now that I done put 2 and 2 together, I done got 4. You see what I just did? Because I've been getting 5 for a minute. I was like, wait a minute. Like, it just hit me that.
Yeah, so, with part of Pip as well, because he's also in T-Pain's circle, he has a bag. He actually, sold a bag to T-Pain as well. And there are a few people that's within their circle that has the bag.
Okay.
So that's probably just how you've seen that.
So you met him like prior to the whole bag thing?
What you mean, like prior to before I came on here with you guys? I can't remember, to be honest. I remember when, but we were hanging out for a bit at some point. So yeah.
Like before business took place.
So it was just more of a, in a sense, just more of like a networking opportunity kind of thing. So like I was at some of the shows that he was doing, the podcast he was doing, or the what's that called? Yeah, I think the podcast that he was doing.
The T-Pain's podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, I was behind the scenes on some of those. So that's probably where you've seen it as well. But I know a few people on his team also got the bag, and that's pretty much through part of it because he's the mutual ground between me and that T-Pain's group.
That's dope. Yeah, I didn't get to speak to T-Pain at the. It's crazy because we went to the event we went to in November. We went, I think, 2 of the 3 days. So I only wanted to go because like T-Pain was like the only person I knew was going to be there. It was some other like content creators there. So like we went the first day, we didn't see him. The second day, we were just in there. We saw some other people we knew, and I was like, man, we got to see T-Pain before we leave. So she went and used the bathroom. She comes out of the bathroom. We were kind of in an area I don't think we were supposed to be in. And next thing I know, I said, there go T-Pain right there. And he comes down, so we just jumped on the escalator with him, rolled down. So when I saw Pip, I was like, I got to speak to him. So I spoke to him. He was drinking on his drink. And I said, yeah, what's going on, my boy? He said, how you doing, man? So, I was telling him, I said, it's such a cool thing what y'all doing. So,
Oh, yeah. He's a pretty cool dude.
yeah. But like I said, he definitely should have had the bags out there. Like I said, that was a place full of Call of Duty people, like everything. So
It's going to get there.
yeah, I'm guessing at that time by November you had already sold out.
Right, so for the majority, we were... Wait, are you talking... was this at the...
Dream Hack. It was
at a convention center?
Yeah, and I want to say November.
Yeah, so at that point, I actually went there for I think I was there for one of the days I was there.
It was Friday. We saw him on Sunday, I believe, but he was there Saturday. I don't know about Friday.
So at that time, we were sold out of the black, and that was the most demanded color because of just, you could pretty much wear it with anything, use it with anything kind of thing. But at that time, we'd sold out of the black, so sales had dropped just because of that. But we did sell a few bags there, actually, because I remember part of it, he had brought a few there, and he had sold a few there.
That's because I said we saw him on Sunday, which was the last day, so that could have been Saturday, because by that time he said he didn't have any.
Right. So I think I had went Saturday, if I remember correctly. I think I went Saturday. Because I remember, I think they were he was giving a speech, I remember he was on stage, and then there was a whole bunch of other people playing games.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. And now I just found out about it because I saw a friend of mine. No, I saw a girl was streaming, and then I saw a friend of mine walk through the background. I was thinking this was like something old, and then I was like, wait, that's today? So we ended up going that Saturday and that Sunday. So that's when I was like, oh, T-Pain here? So
yeah, it's a lot that goes on in this city. It's a lot. You just got to get out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope, though. That is really dope.
So what I miss?
Nothing. I was going to ask, everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, cool. Sure?
I'll call it later.
Okay. I mean, you called her now. So.
No, I mean, but she kept talking. I told her I'd call her when we were done.
So we do have one last topic. We don't have to speak on it. It is what it is. I know it's like a lot of stuff in the news right now involving the Diddler.
Oh, wait, before we go on, cicadas are back.
I seen it.
Yeah, we seen
Trillions of them.
Yeah, I saw her video yesterday when my boy was doing the VR. He was doing it outside, and one landed on his goggles.
Shout out to the cicadas, man.
Yeah.
What's that?
So cicadas are bugs, or insects rather, that only sprout, I think, every 13 years
I
or
thought
something.
it was 17.
Something crazy like that. But I think this time around, they're all hatching at the same time. So it's supposed to be somewhere upwards of 1 trillion cicadas being hatched at the same time.
They're the bugs you see outside.
Yeah, and they make those little weird
loud
noises.
Yeah. You never really see them. You just kind of hear them.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And then, but when they land on you, they're like big,
Yeah,
like
they
the
look
water
giant
bugs.
flies.
this
Yeah,
big.
giant.
And they're really like, what do you call it? Like iridescent green and blue and all of that.
Fluorescent color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But they come out, I think they burrow in the ground, and then they come out every 17 years. So we got a new batch. I guess it's supposed to be the largest batch in history.
Yeah, and it's supposed to hit the whole southeast. So like Texas, Florida, Alabama,
Texas,
Georgia, and South Carolina, North Carolina.
We call them June bugs because we would always get them around June in Alabama. So
yeah. In New York, I don't think we had them in New York, but I don't think we ever called them anything.
When did they die? It's like, do
they don't even last that long. I don't think they live for it's not even a long time.
Yeah.
What is the time?
Short.
Probably like a month or so.
Yeah,
like a month,
another
like,
span?
like a month.
Yeah,
or
probably like a month or so.
Yeah.
But like they here and then just all of a sudden we'll see a bunch of dead
Yeah.
cicadas.
Yeah, you'll see them in the parking lot and
Yeah.
like you're outside. Yeah, bro.
So what are they doing here? Like they just like,
They-
hey, I want to see the world.
Nah, they
Let me
help.
die.
They help with pollinating something. I just forgot what it was.
The economy. We're
Okay.
gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that.
Yeah, they help
Pollinate.
pollinate something where it's like essential,
Yeah.
but I just forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Okay.
yeah, shout out to educational Instagrams.
Okay.
There you go.
Look at that boy learning something.
Yeah, always learning, man.
Yeah.
Always
So like I
learning.
said, in the news, like I said, we don't have to speak too much on it. The news with Diddy, a lot of people are giving Cassie an apology for what happened because nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody, but people didn't believe her. So there you have it. It's out there now.
That's it.
But
That's
they
it.
did release a statement to say they can't charge him because of the statute of limitations. So it's been too long. And they can't really do anything about
Listen, man, I got people don't really care about mental health because what if she just opened her phone and seen that? Now she got to relive that.
Right.
Well, I
Nobody
mean, pretty
thinks
much,
about
yeah.
that. Like, and then people just keep on reposting it,
it. Yeah.
reposting
The blogs,
it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro, either you're sick in the head or you just don't care about mental health.
Yeah.
And I just don't. I think it's both, a little bit of
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, I think.
Because- Right.
I'm sorry. No, I think people are putting it out to say like, "Hey, she wasn't lying the whole time," and he's doing this to other people too. Not thinking about like her, like you said, but just trying to push a bigger narrative. Like, hey, like this girl not lying, this girl not lying, like just to show,
Yeah.
like he really is doing what they said.
I get that, but why?
Well, it's like, for one, it's like, I get the mental health thing, but it could, I mean, it's in her favor because it's like an uproar of support from people who either didn't believe or, she proved everybody wrong. So,
I get it, but like,
also because you had a lot of people like, well, why did she take the money? Why did she take the money? It makes sense to why she took the money now because technically they couldn't prosecute him for anything. So at least the money could it can't fix anything.
yeah, that's
Right.
true. But
So
it's like none of y'all business,
I
and y'all
mean,
putting this for what? Clicks and likes?
No, to
That's
help the
what
other
law
person, I
enforcement do.
think. Yeah.
Or is it like what?
So
Like,
do y'all
like
think
what
it
is
was
it? Like,
like-
how do you justify it? To me
Right.
personally,
Do y'all think it was released in her favor or just to further Diddy's demise?
I think both,
Yeah.
honestly, because there was
I
so many
think-
people who thought she was lying, and then
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who don't believe that he did.
you had
the
a lot of
worst.
people who will stand together and be like, well, he's black. I'm going to stand with him just because, not knowing, the truth behind it.
I think at this day and age, everything is media, on your phone driven.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever gets that first story, whoever gets those clicks, whoever gets that, it brings attention to their page.
Right.
So I think it's just for monetary gain. It's not for anything else, personally.
We learned that from Kobe's situation, though. When
Yeah.
people wanted to be the first to report on that, and the story was wrong.
Yeah.
Because remember, they said Rick Fox was dead, unalived, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it's the same thing where like Solange was in the elevator. Like,
Yeah.
how does that even get
And they
out?
never
Like,
even-
and for what?
I
Like,
think they did good by not even addressing it for the most part to let people just talk and wonder whatever.
Yeah.
So then definitely it becomes about monetary gain because
you
you
just
have
gonna
nothing
keep
to
on
run with.
reposting it. Yeah, we're gonna make the meme. Yeah,
Yeah.
Family Guy gonna make fun of it.
Yeah.
So now is everything just a money play? That's cool, but you can't scream about mental health in the same breath, to me at least.
Well, I guess the person it's happening to can.
What do you
but,
mean?
Like
Explain.
the person, trying to advocate for like mental health. I mean, like I said, it's good and bad that's gonna come with it. You're gonna have so many people supporting and understanding where she's coming from.
That's
And
facts.
So, like I said, but like you said, the clicks and the monetary gain, like I
Yeah.
said, it's
Like at the end of the day, like
It's
what
50-50.
Yeah, like what is it really about? Because
just it depends on what side.
because
of the fence
now
you're
it's
on.
just like, okay, it's just a domino effect. Cause some kid, I don't know if Cassie has kids. Cassie has kids, right?
Yeah, she got two.
don't know.
She got two little girls.
So if their kid go to school and the classmate showing this and like, oh, look at, like, how does that, like, I
that's-
guess there's no moral in it. So that's why I can't really get down with it.
But that's just like your kid's mother having an OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jesus.
your mom again. Oh, but yeah, like I said, that's something they got to live with. But the choices you make gonna affect everybody around you, whether you want it to or not.
The only thing with that is that it didn't. Well, yeah, you're right. Because I was gonna say like it didn't come from Cassie.
Yeah.
Like it came from another source.
It said it.
Well, it came from the report though.
It said it was released from Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Because they got, when they raided his house, they said that was the video that was in his possession, and they released it.
Why do you release that?
Well, I don't.
Like, do you have to?
I'm pretty sure they don't have to.
I don't have the answer, Sway.
See, like I don't watch videos like that because I know somebody personally who has, unalived due to domestic violence, DV.
Yeah.
So I personally can't.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
You.
So like I wouldn't want
to open my phone every day to see
and
that.
just see that and just think of like. And just think like it's nothing. Like you just become so immune to it. It's just a crazy situation.
So I guess at the end, the reason why it was released was not in Cassie's favor at all. Because for one, she can't use it in court.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She gets more so emotional support.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now it's just like, okay, so now that part, I might have been over it, but now here it comes again 10 years later.
And there's nothing.
And now I got to deal with it now.
And she can't do anything about it. So
it just doesn't make sense.
If it came from, whoever it came from, I think it's more about, I guess, the final attack or finishing Diddy kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's just really the angle. That's the only angle that makes sense.
That way he can never do it again, basically.
But I really feel like it's just scratching the surface because the stuff that they like really said that they got on him is like, I feel like that was a warning shot to him. Like, okay, you think it's whatever, but we got way more than we can go on and put this out.
This
so
is all
tread
his son's
lightly.
fault.
It is. It's his fault. Yeah, I believe that.
Because he put in the little bar, oh, you rated the wrong house. All right.
Like, how stupid is that? Yeah.
All right.
They bought the other house next door or something like
that. Yeah. They gonna learn your ass something, boy.
I saw a comment that said they need to lock him up too just because he looked like him.
That's funny. The internet gonna internet. But yeah, man, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that people just release these things without either they know it and don't care, or they just don't think of it.
It's a double-edged sword.
I said she possibly could have known about it.
Like the video?
Yeah.
Also, people were saying that maybe the hotel never knew about it because he went through security. So by the time they went through security, paid them off, they could say the hotel, like as far as management and all that, never knew about the video.
That's just nasty. Yeah. I didn't see the video, and I'm not going to see it, but that's just... Yeah, to me, man, it was just no point in releasing it.
I mean, it's ugly for sure.
Yeah. It is.
But I think they did it as a warning shot to him to let him know, like, you think it's all good, but it's not.
But the Homeland Security, was that not the warning shot? How many warning shots you get?
I honestly don't. I think that's what it seemed like. I think that was more so like to scare him or whatever, because they didn't do nothing for a little while.
He's scared. I would have been scared if Homeland Security showed up at the crib.
Yeah, terrified.
That's the warning shot to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's
his son's fault.
But Cassie did say, like, in her report, she did say, like, he got a lot of videos, flash drives, everything that he's done. And, like, that's why they raided his house.
No, I feel like that's just to really show people that no matter how big you get, you're not untouchable. And people really start to feel like that.
No matter how big you get and you're black. You know,
they done got some people.
Yeah, they
like who?
Everybody.
Epstein.
Yeah. What's my other guy name?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to claim him as your other guy.
Not my guy. Kevin Spacey.
Oh, that's a nasty dude right there.
Like they let you know they can knock you down.
Yeah, but he'll still get working 15 years.
Yeah, people were saying like,
what's the difference? Some Netflix movie. Yeah, he'll pop back up.
I mean, he won't have my support, but
he won't have no. That's a fact.
But people support who they support, so
that's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Like if Tory Lanez come out of jail right now, he gonna sell some units because he still got supporters. So
yeah, a lot of people say she was lying anyway. So
that shit slap though.
That's what I'm saying. You support him for whatever reason you want to, and I'm not telling you who to support.
It slap.
That's why I was saying when we was talking about the Palestine thing. We won't get too deep into it, but when people were saying, I know you do the food reviews, comedy and whatnot, but you kind of got to be weary of where to eat. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't know everything, but I am gonna be mindful of what I do because I ain't trying to offend nobody. So they were saying like, you gotta block all the celebrities on the internet to stop their money because they got platforms they not using. So I was like, okay, so what is blocking Beyonce gonna do? So they was like, well, it cut off the money so they want to speak up about it. I said, yeah, but if Beyonce goes across, the world right now and goes say, hey, y'all stop, nobody gonna listen to her. Then I said, if y'all gonna go to that extent to cut off, I said, I understand the businesses stop eating at the restaurants and this and that, but I said, if you can't just put one foot in and say, we ain't gonna do this much, because you gotta understand, iPhone, Google, all these places, things that we use every day support this.
Yeah, that's a fact. So like, if you found out all the makers of all the cars supported whoever they supported,
we just supposed to stop driving?
We just supposed to stop buying cars? No, you kind of justify it. Well,
all right, we'll keep the car.
We'll keep the car, but
so it's
we won't buy a new one.
Right. And that's what they were saying. They was like, as long as you don't get a new iPhone. I was like, what?
But you still got an iPhone.
Yeah, does that make? Because you're still walking around with the product. Yep. The product, you got the Apple on the back.
When there's a whole bag out here that in the future will do all of that.
So I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think the blocking of celebrities, do y'all think it's more of just what's trending now? And it's just online kind of thing. That's why there's so many people that's gravitating to it.
I think that celebrities don't run their own accounts, so there's no point. Like Beyonce does not run her Twitter.
But even if she does speak out for it,
what is that going to do?
What if she say something that I don't agree with? You get what I'm saying? So they trying to put the power and letting them speak for us. No. That's what we vote in our cities and our counties for.
And side note, Joe Biden just gave another I think it was $2 million or $2 billion to.
Yeah, they don't do mil, bro. It's either a B or a T.
Yeah, I think
B or T.
I think it was it might have been a B. Yeah, 2 B's like the other day. I read it on the news. Not read it on the news, but
yeah. And see, that's one of those situations. One of them countries,
not the U.S.
Not the U.S. What's the country? What's the country they was?
Ukraine. Okay.
Another 2 B's.
One?
Yeah, like 3 days ago.
I thought he gave them $1 trillion at first.
Hey, listen, I don't know what listen. And that's one of those situations where I talk about we
it's
be
like
one
everybody's in bed with each other, so you don't know.
Yeah, you don't
know. Because I think they're part of NATO, and NATO has something to do with Russia and then Iran, and then Russia wanted to take over that country, but they really can't because then other people will get involved, and it's just a whole big thing.
Right.
It's just like a whole big spider web.
So he give them the money. We're like, oh, what are you doing? Then he cancel my student loans. I'm like, hey, you doing it right. And now I'm confused because I'm like, bro, stop doing this type of stuff.
So you cancel my loans so that you can do this stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's what you gave my student loans to them. But they can have them because I'm on the fence about it. So.
Yeah, blocking celebrities to me, I don't think that.
Yeah, like I said, I understand stop eating at the restaurants because that cut off, I guess the supply to weapons and all that shit. But
how do they even know that that's what's happening?
And I explained in my live, I said,
that's the weird part to me.
If somebody cut my grass for $50, what he does with the money, I'll never know. And that's the same with all these companies. They're not gonna openly say what they're doing, but if you do your research and see, that they've done that.
And now you choose to do that.
Right. Because they were getting on Keith Lee about the Pizza Hut deal. That he said, I had no idea. I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I had no idea.
But I guess that
and he just gave the pizza to the school. So it's like, you got an idea now, but you still gave pizza to the kids.
I guess, is it your duty as a consumer to do the research? Or is that just too much at this point?
It's like you're not allowed to be ignorant at this point.
Yeah, because everything is here.
Yeah, but I don't spend all my time looking up Ukraine either.
That's true.
I don't spend all my time looking at what Biden is doing.
Yeah, it's a lot that I don't know that goes on in this country. So you know what I'm saying. So
right.
Yeah, but I guess that would be the problem, right?
Yeah.
But I'm good with that.
Like I said, they don't teach us this in school. We just talked about the curriculum and changing the curriculum. So.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
I stand on that.
You're in deep thought right now.
Yeah, like
I'm just trying to think like what to really say. It's just so much,
right?
Because
there's a wormhole.
Right. It is a big one.
Yeah.
See, I just believe, and going back to blocking celebrities and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to do the things that really doesn't have
Anything
much
to do
effect
with
or
nothing.
impact. That's why, you will have all these things going on where, you could just make a click and boom. But when it really comes into really put in the work, nah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
The things that it's going to take to really make a difference,
They don't want to.
they don't want to do it. Because when you look at things like going back to COVID and so on, when COVID was a thing, they gave, 1 or 2 stimulus check to the entire country?
Mm-hmm.
And coming back now to just Ukraine only, how much money have they given to Ukraine?
And with that, you had to pay it back.
Exactly.
Because our tax breaks weren't as big as they were in the previous years.
Right. And the crazy thing is, this is just how I see it. And I'm pretty sure it's more complicated than this, but this is it. You have a country. You have the people in the country that they're paying at least 40% of the money that they work hard for. And on the flip side, let's say they're paying all the money to me. And in return, I'm supposed to make sure that they're taken care of properly. And time again, they pay the money to me. And then I take the money and I go
Build a park in downtown.
build a park or just do some lavish stuff that has nothing to do with y'all.
Like keep building townhomes.
So, right.
Yep.
So like when does it make sense for the people to say, we've been paying all this money to you for so long and we're getting nothing out of it. When do we draw that line kind of thing?
See, my thing is that we might not be able to see it as far as us in this room, but
Her too.
yeah, well, she's in the room.
Okay.
Shout out to the on-camera guests. But,
Everybody's included.
yeah, everybody's included. But I think that at a certain point, the government will get dethroned. Maybe our kids might
funny.
do it, but I don't think we'll see it.
Hey, hey,
I was
everybody.
just saying,
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it.
We're gonna have a civil war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just stop buying stuff today.
Oh, I stopped paying all my parking tickets.
I'm talking about everything. Let's just stop buying stuff.
Yeah, because
Everybody stop paying y'all bills as of right now. Yeah.
it'll work.
Together, right?
It'll work.
Yeah, but
All
like you
6 of
said,
us?
who know how to make electricity?
But here's the
I can
thing. It's not all in unison because you're gonna have a certain amount that's not gonna do
Right.
it. But
That's
if
where we go
everybody
back to
got
the
on the
1
same
footing.
page,
Right.
that's because it's like
Man, look, you got more poor people than any other group.
you got
Yep.
more poor white people than any other group. Let's keep it a buck.
Exactly,
But-
because they're the majority. So
Right. They are the
See
majority.
what y'all did. I like this podcast.
Yeah, I don't really be on no political shit,
Hey.
but I be on something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I keep
it's
one-
just like you said. It's just common sense.
and it's just getting to a point where it's just a front hand slap to the face, a backhand slap to the
Yeah.
face, over and over and over, like that Jordan Peele skit. Like, when do you say, "All right, bro, that's enough"? It's time to stop.
Exactly. Like when do you say, well, 2 + 2, it ain't equaling 4 right now. It's equaling 7.
Yeah.
So how do I get this 7 to a 4? Because right now it ain't adding up.
Long division.
Yeah, it ain't adding up because we pay taxes, right? We go out and spend the money that they take taxes from only to pay more taxes. So where's all the money going?
Taxes.
It's going to Ukraine.
Right.
It's going
Right.
to Israel.
It is.
Yep. All them places.
Legit.
And
Legit.
you hear them talk about
and-
it. That's where it's coming from.
Right? But I don't have a problem with them helping. But like take care of your you
Take care of
can't
home.
take care of your home.
Yeah.
Like you can't go
We
to
need a
somebody
new
else's
stadium.
house saying, yo, you need to cut your grass when your grass ain't cut.
That's what I said. We need a new stadium. Y'all building all the stuff over there.
Like, why is there a stadium? Like,
No, I don't mean. I mean, I'm not using stadium as
no, I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
like, they just keep adding all these big ventures to bring in more money, but
I know where the money going.
the money's not helping nobody. Yeah, it's employing jobs, but it's shit pay still.
But if you got more poor people than you do like middle or rich, you're building all these homes and they're going to be empty. Because where
They're
you,
going to be rented.
I mean, they'll be rented, but I'm saying like if you're like, okay, so the townhomes that are being built by where I work now, they're going to start in the 400,000s. So if you have people who are going to buy those, but then they make rent like 15, 16, or no, it wouldn't even be that.
Nah, it'd
like
be
25, 30.
Yeah,
They have like
between-
$3,000, but you got all these poor people who can afford to pay that rent. Or
That's why
you'll
they only
have
build 8 units.
right, or you'll have 100 people living in that one house trying to pay the rent.
Yeah.
See,
So it doesn't make any sense.
I think they're trying to separate us by class.
They're trying
Not class.
They're
but
trying to only do 2 classes, either rich or poor. That's what
Yeah.
they're trying to do.
Yep.
separate us by
Yeah.
class.
So it's either you rich or you
yeah,
poor.
like race. Yeah, they'll still try to do that still, but now it's like classism. Like classism is the new thing because you either have it to pay or you don't have it to pay, and that's going to trickle down to shoes, clothes, food, concerts, streaming services,
Oh yeah.
everything. You see the effect slowly. I just got an email the other day from Crunchyroll saying it went from $9.99 to $11.99.
Canceled.
For what?
yeah, because
I'm still gonna keep it because I'm an anime nigga. But like, why? I'm not getting anything else. It's still the same
The
thing.
thing is, if I gotta pay my rent, well then shoot, let me cut off Netflix, Paramount, or Disney Plus because like I can enjoy watching movies, but I can't watch a movie in a house that I can't live in. So
Okay.
it's like all of the like everybody's gonna go down because it's just gonna gonna get
Movies.
terrible. And you can't rely on rich people to buy all these streaming services because what they need them for? They got like every single channel on cable, so they're not really trying to buy all these streaming services to help other people out. So it's gonna be nothing.
And they just got rid of half of the music industry. They're cutting people at the streaming services. Amazon just got new vans that the workers can't drive. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and Disney support all that negative shit, but are we canceling it? No.
Yo, Disney was wild back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing makes sense.
I'm still going to see that Mufasa movie.
Yeah.
But it was wild back in the day.
Yeah, we got to pick and choose. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate, but-
yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
I'll put it like this. You got to be okay with the scams you fall for. Because everything's a scam. Just be okay with the ones you fall for. Like we got to pay to throw out our trash every month.
This was a hell of a podcast.
Which is nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got to get into these last minute thoughts.
Yeah, we do.
So if you want to start and plug in your social, everything, where they can find you again, just to recap.
Oh, definitely. So again, you can get the new LimeLite X1 at mylimelight.com. Follow us on Instagram at mylimelight. That's where you can connect with us. If you want to have any questions, you want to reach out, shoot us a DM. We'll respond as soon as we can. But again, guys, this bag will be produced in limited stock. So if you want to get it first, make sure you follow us and you subscribe on our website because that's where we're going to provide all the information that's needed. And as for the price again, it's going to be $6.99 and it will be available June 28th. For the first week in June, we'll open pre-orders. So y'all can just be on the lookout for that.
All right.
Do you have a last minute thought? Or you pretty much think
Last minute thought. I mean, it's time to start using our brains and seeing what's going on. So, from a business standpoint, or just from a human standpoint, especially being here in America, the days where you could rely on a company to, for job security, for financial, security.
over.
That's over. You get replaced at a snap of a finger. You can't rely on the government for, support when you're retired because you're going to be homeless. So it's just at a point where it's time for us to start using the information that we have and just get up to speed because you're either going to get up to speed or you're going to get left behind. So you just got to decide where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Because I know where I'm going to be.
Or live in the woods because it's free. There.
But also they're trying to get rid of like DoorDash,
That's your
Uber
last
Eats, and all
minute
that stuff too.
Nah, they are though. They are.
Yeah, I mean,
They're trying to get rid of all the
yeah,
the side hustle jobs.
My last minute thought, I'm just gonna leave the U.S. Go live somewhere else.
Jamaica.
Hey,
But stay on
where
the
we
resort.
going?
Nah, just-
I'm gonna learn Patois.
Okay. What you got, Pete?
You might have to edit this, but dethrone the government.
Nah, I actually have 2 last minute thoughts. Why is the penny the only one that's brown? And also,
Because Abe Lincoln was black.
Hmm?
Abe Lincoln was black.
Allegedly. Remember, I
Yeah,
said
man.
nothing before 1800 existed, so I don't know. I don't know.
Lincoln was like, what, 6'8"?
Allegedly. Also, I do feel like a lot of the money is going towards them making statues of Allen Iverson. So y'all need to stop making them little ass statues.
Nah, don't do that because they always like that. They always
He
like
was
that.
extra small, man. They wasting money on these little ass Allen Iverson statues.
Yeah, he was all like that.
Yeah, he was taller than his statue.
Yeah, I ain't like that.
Yeah, that
I
was
feel like he
crazy.
can hold his statue like a trophy.
Right.
Shout out AI, man. Legend.
Shout out.
Legend.
You want to lead us out of here with a quote?
The quote, everyone can't be all-star. Everyone can't be all-star. That's just what it is, man.
So give up your seat.
Huh?
He said, so give up your seat.
Give him my seat. Yeah, so give him your seat. Yeah, come on, man. You ain't Magic.
Magic, not give
you
my
ain't
seat.
win a chip in your rookie year.
All right, so we want to thank you again for joining us. Make sure y'all
It's
get
my
that
pleasure.
bag. Yeah, I love having an entrepreneur on here. So we don't get a lot of those. We have them, but hey, I feel like you're a different tier with it. So
Hey, look, I'm here for the people, you know. This bag's going to make the people money.
for sure,
And that's what it's all about.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I'm with it.
All right, Pete, lead us out of here.
We're not gonna take it. Peace out.